Am I on? Right, Niall, what comes after 19, mate? 20, that's the magic number.
In this video, we're going back to basics with some traditional joinery methods. We're working on some oak staircases, working on a tripartite, and working on a nice bay window, building up the sill. So welcome back to Preferred Joinery, and thanks for tuning back in again. As I say, this one's going to be a decent little episode. We're going to try and take it back to joinery basics. And when I say joinery basics, I mean pure joinery inside the workshop. I'm going to speak to the lads one-to-one, go through what they're doing and what they've got on for the next week or so, what they're doing now, what jobs are getting pushed through, try and give you a little bit of information about how they're doing stuff, especially Richard on the set of stairs that he's doing again. We'll touch on how he does the kite and how he does the winders coming through with the newels, try and get a bit of detail off him there, speak to Devo on a nice bay window that he's building out, and yeah, see how we get on. The weeds are growing back. We've actually ordered some weed killer because we're going to kill all these weeds off and kill the weeds off on the front because we've got all new signs getting made, which I spoke about a couple of episodes ago. They're nearly ready now, so they're going to be going on, but the big bushes at the back are growing back, so even though down to the council to get rid of them, we're going to get rid of them because we want our signs to be fully on show. So yeah, let's go in, see how they're getting on. Let's walk up to Devo's dungeon now and see how he's getting on.
So there's always someone in there who wants to just, you know, I just feel like slamming someone. I've had a kind of spell. I need someone like, you know.
Where did you watch it?
Watched it in mine, mate, you know. I mean, all the lads f***ed off. All season we've been watching it together, and then, you know, Chris was going to the ground. My mate's dad's not too good, so he was a little bit, his heart wasn't in it, so some of the other lads are Evertonians anyway, and I just went, I'm just watching it in the house. I'll just watch it in the house.
I was going to watch that at home.
I could follow everything, like, you know, from there, get all the interviews and that, mate, you know, so enjoyed that aspect of it, like.
When you watch it at home, you get to watch the game better.
Well, that's it, you can follow it more, you know. I know there's an atmosphere to talk of, like, but I know we're all definitely going to town for the parade, for the presentation.
In the Jolly Mill at the end, they set up the flare inside. The fire alarms are going off and everything.
Yeah, no.
All the fire alarms started going off.
It's only a short walk down to the ground from there earlier, innit?
Yeah, we drove. I went drinking, me. I've been on there, have I?
Have you? How come?
Stopped it last year.
Really?
Yeah. Stopped it like in December. Got too much going on with work and that.
Yeah,
can't have a day off.
Focus, yeah. I know, I'm on the wagon at the moment, mate, yeah. And I've just been invited to a 70 on Saturday night. You know.
And that's what I mean.
Every time something, you know, I thought, so yesterday I got a bottle of water and just drinking water, and I was just constantly water. And then, like, you know, my piss started to look like light instead of dark, and I thought, this might be working, like, you know. So I was fucking on the water constantly. Water coming out of my feet and everything. But yeah,
I feel better.
Yeah?
For a bit, yeah. Well, see how long we can go.
It doesn't do any harm, does it, mate? Let's face it.
I haven't had a different night out, yeah. I haven't missed nothing, so.
No, well, that's it, isn't it, you know? As long as you take drugs instead, like, you know, something to replace it. You can't just go straight ahead, can you? You know, there's got to be coffee, yeah. Enough caffeine, that'll keep you going, yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? So what are we doing here?
Right, so this is a bay. This is going to be going out in 3 parts.
So have you started so far?
This one's ready to, well, pretty much ready to go up now. Just needs the line.
So where's that part then? Is that
that's the same job. That's it.
But not a bay, obviously. Tripartite, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what this is for.
Yeah. And
this is for where we went over the road. We were over the water, and we already done the top floor, haven't we? So this is the one where we went over to Birkenhead and seen Dave fitting it. So Dave was fitting it on the top floor, and then there was the ground floor left to do, which is tripartite and a bay, innit?
That's
so
it.
Bay.
These two to them. All the sashes are being made for it now. These got made over the weekend and yesterday, so they're all down there.
So now, forming the sill.
That's it, yeah. And plants on the sill as well. We've got a plant underneath to elevate it, so I've got a plant about 20 mil. This needs planing down, but...
So you're going to put that on top of the sill again, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. I'll just sit on there. It was 20 mil, wasn't it? The plant on 20. Yeah.
So you can remember this one when we were over the water and I said about the ground floor. I think I said the ground floor needed doing. So obviously Mike had placed it, measured it all up, and now we're making it. which is the second phase of that job. And as I say, a lot of customers like doing that, which they like to just pick off rooms or pick off a floor and come back. So this job being one, and funnily enough, the job that you've seen is go out and measure with Mike and Richard, which is down there now, which is getting painted back into this week. That's the same. That customer we done the whole ground floor first, and then now we've gone back to do the whole top floor. So as I say, yeah, this being a tripartite, I don't even know why it's called a tripartite. Why is it called a tripartite? Well, that's ChatGPT. Why do you call windows a tripartite? Even ChatGPT understands me. You know what I mean? All these people on YouTube say they can't understand me. ChatGPT can. So it says someone refers to windows as a tripartite. They're usually highlighting it's made up of 3 distinct parts working together, which it is, isn't it? Because they all operating then. So that's one part of it, and then the bay behind, which Devo is now making.
And then plant that on, otherwise it'll form a groove all the way around.
Oh, look at that.
Touch more. I'll do. That's the one.
Plain down now, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it now.
So you had to take off what, 5mm then, did you?
What's that, mate?
Take 5mm off it.
Took about 5mm off, yeah, 1/4 of an inch.
And then you plant on with the other one then?
Yeah, this will now sit underneath it just to elevate it by 20mm. Yeah, it's nice that, I'm happy with that. Happy days.
So then you're forming the sills now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You trenched them out already?
They're all trenched, yeah. All I've got to do now is just attach that, well, skim this down to 20mm and then attach it and then make the necessary cuts then.
So it's the same underneath, yeah?
Happy days, yeah.
Plant that on.
Plant this underneath, yeah.
And then start building it together then?
That's it, yeah. It's 32mm, got to take 7, have a look, 12mm off.
So have you built the stiles and all that, yeah?
What's that?
You built everything else for the bottom?
All the stiles are there, mate, yeah. Got to take 2mm off that as well. 2mm that's 52, needs to be 50, so just skim 2mm off that, because they're only 45mm sashes, so otherwise the sash will be fucking rattling. So just skim 2mm off that, the sash will sit nice and tight then.
Oh yeah, okay. So you can see now the sills, nicely formed. Plant-ons are on, aren't they?
Yeah,
like
all
big
done.
Chunky sill.
Sitting flush.
Stiles are on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at my terms now, aren't I, mate?
You are, mate, yeah. Yeah, I told you it'd pay off if you went to that night school, mate, you know.
Yeah, that's it. And so now stiles are getting formed, you just got to rip them down a little bit, haven't you?
Just got to skim 2mm off that, so the sashes will sit nice. It's a bit too big at the moment.
The heads then, the heads done?
Heads are done as well, yeah. They're here. Just that's when you do them, obviously, you have to make sure that they sit in nice, so that'll basically sit there like so. Obviously, you have to, when it goes into the brickwork, you have to follow these lines dead on, so you know it'll fit when it gets on the site, because we can't put it together in one piece because it's just too big. You'd never get it there, so you have to just make sure obviously everything fits okay, which it seems to be. Like so.
So we're going to have this fully built here then?
Yeah, we'll just have to make it separate. You know, that one's knocked up separate, that one and that one.
And taken in 3 pieces?
Yeah, and then when it gets on site, it's just all joined then. So if you stick to your lines here, when Dave gets it on site, it should, in theory, line up. I say in theory, like these things never seem to work out, but hopefully this one will. Seems straightforward enough, like all the lines are here lining up.
So then it's all up like that?
That's it, yeah.
Then you just basically each one getting built individual. So
that's it, yeah. So there's 2 sashes for that one, 2 wide ones for that one. These are the ones that are going to be opening. These on the sides are going to be fixed. Yeah, easy. So easy peasy then. Comes to the middle one, obviously this one's going to be fitted. So this will get all the draft strip and everything else on it, you know, to keep it weatherproof and more draft proof and everything else.
Sound.
Yeah, so once
you've done the hard part now then, really?
So that's it really, yeah. Mick's done the hard part, he's marked it all out as he mentioned, like, you know. In case anyone missed that, you know, he marked that out. All I just do is follow simple instructions. I don't even do that. So this is it now, basically. It's just ready to go up now.
Danny's next up now. This is the job where we went out and measured on site, where Richard was up the ladder and Mike was footing it. And as I say, you've seen Danny now building it on his desk and getting it through. We're just waiting for the glass to come. Once the glass comes, Danny's then going to throw it on his bench and start glazing it. And then this is now being hand painted, isn't it?
Yeah.
So fully hand painted.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the minute it's just primed, isn't it?
We've primed it and then it's going to get undercoated gloss for once everything's glazed.
So it's fully done now, finishes on everything.
Yeah, everything's on, yeah.
So glass comes, you're going to glaze, aren't you?
As soon as the glass comes,
Get
glaze.
pin guns out.
Yeah, yeah. With the new pin guns, and then we'll put it down, let it set for a day, and then the glaze.
Let him paint it.
Let him paint it.
It's
yeah.
just them 4 in it.
4, and then this big fixed light.
Yeah, which is all just flush sash in it.
Yeah, all flush casements. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see obviously these now from very start and early to the very finish. We'll be fitting these as well, which is good for you to see. I'm going to show you the full process. I might even try and make one little video stitching everything together or getting out to do it. The full start where we measured, clipping into it, coming into here, getting made up there with Devo, then onto Danny's bench to this bit now, then to get a little bit of glazing footage, and then to get painted and then get fitted on site.
Obviously these are being rebated over as well, to make it look like one sash, but it's not, because the top opens.
Let's see. Oh, okay, I get what you mean,
Right.
yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, so it's got double rebate on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so when
Rather than having a transom.
yeah, so rather than looking for and to have it fully opening,
Yeah.
because they only wanted it there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart, isn't it? I get what you're saying, yeah. So did we do that much then, no?
Well,
That's not much.
no, it's just because if you would have put a tranny in it, it would have been made the sashes smaller again.
Yeah.
So to keep all the bars lining up, that was the best way to do it.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, was the bars line up at the bottom then, don't they?
Yeah.
You mean, yeah. And then the centre line runs right through there, doesn't
So that they line up.
it? Yeah, straight through the line there.
So,
Smart, that. Because
Don't
you haven't got no cords and weights to mess around with, have you?
no, it's just you've just got to make sure like everything's square when you're easing them in and stuff. So it's obviously so like when you're easing it, you're not running out or.
Yeah, so when you're hanging the sash in then?
Yeah. Got to make sure all the clearance is perfect and
If
it's
not,
square.
on the
The sash
planer.
is square to the opening square, and then everything's pretty simple from
So
that.
to ease it then, all you're doing is going on the planer, aren't you?
Yeah, over the plane, yeah.
Take a little bit off.
Little bit off,
Back
yeah,
in.
and then enough to make it swing, and then we put like a leading edge on the opening side, so it doesn't catch when it's opening and closing.
Yeah, so these would be nice, these, as I say, because we can now fully paint this ourselves in here. It'll look nice when they go out and get fitted on site. Better than going out looking primed, obviously. But will really be nice. But
Plenty of glazing, like, but
and then this one now you're doing then?
yeah,
That's just one-off window for that job.
one-off window for that job. We've previously done other windows, but they've ordered this one as an extra.
What is that then? Just one opening sash or fixed?
Opening.
Oh yeah.
Flush casement as well. Same process as that, basically, but without bars.
It's just one piece of glass.
Yeah.
No glazing bar.
No. And
Yeah, so you see where it's like chamfered in there, then that's shuttered. Is that to shut it then?
yeah, so it doesn't catch it. No, like, see, if you look at it,
Oh yeah.
see, that's the bottom. It's beveled. The sills are beveled, so if any rain goes on it, it runs right off.
And you got to zip it.
But then that's the opening edge there. That's got a slight one on. So when you're opening it, it doesn't catch the framing.
Yeah, and then the groove all the way around.
Yeah. That's so if it rains,
just
rain
drips
goes
through.
in it and then runs off onto the sill. Sill's
Capillary?
beveled. What?
Is it
Yeah,
capillary?
capillary groove. Yeah.
Yeah, capillary groove, yeah. And then the box behind.
Yeah.
So they're easy, aren't they, then?
Yeah.
Like that? So now just prime it up.
Just prime it up, get the hinges on it, get it hung. It's done with.
So see there, then when you've done that, what have you used to do that with then? The router?
Yeah, I've just got a little hand
out
router,
router.
little palm router. We're getting a big one out for that.
Yeah.
It's,
Put the hinges on, hang it.
hinges and staying handle. It's done. Wait for the glass again.
Yeah, good. And then so all these ones here now then that are getting primed up in the grey.
We're hanging them in here as well.
So they're for the same job. So they're
Full park then.
so So they, as I thought, so these big grey ones behind, I thought these were actually bifold doors, but they're not. It's like a French door with a
fixed light at the end.
Yeah, fixed light or fixed door in it.
Yeah.
So one's going to be fully fixed, and then the two, obviously next to it, are going to be opening like a French door set. And there's 3 sets of them, isn't there?
Yeah, it's three sets. There's 2 with the fixed lights at the end, and one's just a normal set of French doors, but we're hanging them and stuff right here.
Yeah, so there's just one piece of glass in each one.
Yeah.
Easy again, isn't it? No glazing bars.
Yeah, they look nice in the grey as well.
Yeah, how come they've gone in grey then?
I think because they're going to do them black, so the undercoat they're using.
Okay.
So, well, that's only primer. We're only priming them. They're going to do everything else on site.
Yeah. So we fitting them, or are they going to fit them?
No, I think they're fitting them, but we're hanging them all. They're just going to latch the frames in.
Yeah, so we'll hang them, put all the furniture on.
Yeah.
And then deliver to site, won't we?
Yeah, then they'll just drop it in, then won't we?
Yeah, so Craig's just the flash ones now then, isn't he? Getting them cleaned up.
Yeah, and then young Dan's painting them all.
Yeah, so you might have seen already in the back of the camera, we're on to our 3rd apprentice trial now, so we've had 2 in already. We've now got the 3rd person on his trial, so this is the final apprentice to do their trial. After that, myself and the lads are then have a little discussion about who we think is best fit for us as a company and the factory, and who we think will be with us for the foreseeable, who we think we can sign up.
Yeah, that's what you want, yeah.
And obviously these know more than me because they're with them every day, so ultimately...
Well, we've all been in that position once, haven't we?
Yeah.
Craig trained me.
Craig trained you?
You wouldn't believe it.
Did he?
Yeah, he trained me, but you wouldn't believe it.
No way.
Yeah, he was that good with it. He was brilliant.
Craig's been here for what? How long, Craig, now?
25 years.
Yeah. Because Craig started here when he was what, 16 was he? A bit older, 17?
He's 50 now, isn't he? So.
Oh, was he older?
Yeah, I think he was older, but he's been here, he hasn't been anywhere else, and all the new ones used to come, he used to train them.
Did he, yeah?
Yeah. I don't think he's got the patience for it now.
No.
Oh,
so yeah, I mean, it'd be good to take everyone on, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would,
give everyone that chance, that's all you need, don't you, in life?
I like the way the kids are given a chance as well. It's not just normal working fellas, you know.
Yeah, that's
these kids need a chance, don't they?
So yeah, so hopefully we'll have a decision probably next week. Now we were going to decide out of the 3, and our decision making is going to be based on what they can sort of do, and it doesn't actually mean what they can do right now. It's what we think they can sort of do, what instructions they take on, how good they listen to instructions, and how good they take critical criticism given to them, which is like not very good, and how they respond to that. And then also what we think they're going to do in the foreseeable if they're going to stay with us, because as I say, most of the time we've took lads on and they've been with us for 4 years and they've gone out.
Yeah.
As soon as they...
We just want people that are interested, don't we?
That's it. Interested, loyal, willing to stay, work for the company, and the nice lads to have around us. So we'll make that decision next week, so we'll probably update you next week or the week after who it's going to be. We've also down to the last 2 people who was going to be working up in the machining part with Devo and working down here. So on the final little trials with them now, we're just doing it off camera, and we'll pick the last one probably next week, which is good as well. So some good news there on that front as well. And then our office containers are done.
Yeah. How was it? Yeah.
So we'll be moving outside as well, or the office will anyway.
Yeah. You're gonna get that done into the team?
Well, yeah. So we mentioned and split this to Danny and Richard. Someone mentioned in the comments, quite a good little shout to be honest, saying wouldn't we make that into a spray booth, why haven't we got one? We haven't got one at the moment, there's not enough space. They used to have one years ago, didn't they, over there?
The corner where Craig works.
So there's like a bit of framing to show you on the wall where it used to be like, what did you have there, a tent then?
No, it was just like stud walls and then plied off, and then you used to have the back door open there for the ventilation and just used to spray.
Old school.
I used to do it when I was about 18.
Yeah?
When I had hair.
Yeah, when you had hair. That's why it's all gone now. So yeah, so someone mentioned it about doing that into like a spraying area, and it's literally just not even to go into the detail and offering like a proper big spraying service. It's literally just to spray the prime finish. You can see Danny's putting a bit of primer on now, and the lads are now putting a bit of primer on the other job behind in the grey. We could just do it in there, spray it nice and easy and quick, give a better finish, save the lads having to do it like all by hand, and then let it dry in. And also when our painters come in to paint by hand, which that whole job there is getting painted by hand, you can just do it all in there out the way, no dust, keep it dry, put the heaters on, and so yeah, it's a good little shout. So I think rather than make it into floor space, which is what we were going to do, and put another bench there, is make it into a little spraying bit and get a proper ventilation.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Good shout, so nice one for that. then we check these stairs out now with Richard in the stair corner. So we're in the stair corner again now, Richard's corner, and he's working on a nice set of, well, how can I say it? It's like a, is it a bi?
What?
It's a bi staircase, isn't it? Isn't it? It's an oak slash softwood staircase, isn't it?
Once the carpet goes on, it'll just look.
It looks like it's
on it.
So yeah, so a cheaper way of doing it is if you're getting a set of oak stairs and you're going to have carpet fitted and you're not going to have treads and the riser out, then you get them in softwood and MDF to save the cost, and you just do the stringer and the newel posts in oak, because that's the only bit that you'll see anyway once the carpet's in. So it'll still give the effect of a full set of oak stairs, but a lot cheaper. So you see these ones now. I haven't seen one of these being done yet in the factory. First ones I've seen myself, and as you can see, the stringer, newel posts are all done in oak. Richard's just been routing out the newel post then for the winder to go in, because this is not a straight flight, it's a nice wind going in. And then you see all the threads in there now, just in the usual softwood with the MDF rise. And as I say, Richard's just been working through that. There's a couple of little black marks from the supplier on the oak there where it's been machined, so we're just going to fully sand all that off once it's finished, and Richard's happy with it. So what are you doing now?
Just clearing my bench so I can start fitting all the winders now. So
you've got to cut the winders out then?
They're already cut, but I've just got to bring them down here and cut them round the newel post, so I've got to transfer it onto here and mark it out and then cut it.
So there's quite a few there, isn't there? So is that one?
Six continuous winders, yeah.
So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
That's why our newel's got to be.
I don't think I've seen you do one of these yet.
Have you not now?
No. Because normally the ones I see it all the time, you'll have 1 or 2 threads in the middle there.
Yeah, when it's 6 continuous like winders, you've got to have a bigger newel in the middle.
Yeah, that is bigger, isn't it?
It's like 5 inch.
So you can see all of that there, can't you, now, stepping down. So that's all of them coming round, isn't it?
Yeah.
So quite a little bit harder though, wasn't it, that one? Did you say?
It's harder to do, like when it's like this, you know what I mean?
Quite tight, isn't it?
And the back stringer as well. Obviously,
see that stringer there? That looks like, oh yeah, that's the back stringer, isn't it? Which is going to be there,
so
isn't it?
That'll go here like that.
Oh yeah, sound.
Yeah.
So you come in.
That little one then.
Coming near, aren't you?
And that's where it starts.
Start here, round and straight up. Oh yeah, so it's quite tricky that, to be fair. It's a Richard there. So then this then, on your template, is there, isn't it?
That one's there, yeah.
Which will imitate that coming round.
So I'm starting at the 6th step, so winder F. So I'll put it on my drawing.
So you obviously you've already cut it out, haven't you? This is all done ready, nosed.
Yeah. Now it's just fitting it to the newel, so you know I'll square it off to the edge of the newel. And then obviously I'll go 3/4 deep into the newel, so
because that's how far you've gone in.
It deep, yeah. So that's where I'll cut it then, you know what I mean?
So you're going to cut there and then rebate that?
No, cut there, and that's where it'll finish on the newel, the edge of the newel. So if I take it round it, there, that should be the height of the newel. Here's where it's wrong.
Here's where it's not. You see the marks on the other side here. Yeah.
Then obviously I've got to mark my nosing as well, like 1/2 inch.
So you got to take a bit off that then?
Well, just got to round that off so it's straight, not like a point.
Oh yeah. Just the end bit?
Yeah, it's just got to be rounded off so it'll be like a bull nose, you know what I mean, that way. Otherwise it won't slide up into that bull nose there, you see.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I normally sand that.
So you don't go past that line then, do you?
No, it goes right up to that line, so. go.
Easy, innit?
Easy
That's
peasy.
it then. So all you'd have to do then now is glue and wedge, wouldn't you?
Well, when they fit it, they will, yeah. But I'll
Yeah.
make a wedge. I normally make me wedges for the winders.
Oh, so it's a bit
I'll
longer.
make a big long one, you know what I mean? So I'll do that at the end. I'll make them up. Oh yeah, I've got probably a spare one here, haven't I? Like that. Just like that.
Yeah. So then same process then for the other 5.
Yeah. Same
Easy enough
process,
then, innit?
yeah.
And then the rise is all cut out as well.
We'll do that after. Once all the winders are in, then I'll measure each riser and put
Individually?
them in there. Individually, yeah.
Put them together, build it out.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
then it's done.
Good that, mate. So this job's quite special, this one. So this, you haven't seen getting made over the past couple of weeks because it got made 4 years ago. So this has been sitting up on top of the office for about 4 years now, and the lads are now brought it back down because this job is now going ahead now. So this is for a lovely property in the Liverpool area, which we will show you at some point in the future once we go out and do the work, and I'll explain a little bit more as we progress, but at the moment I'm not going to say too much. So the rest of the job's going ahead now. This was the first part of it, and it got put on hold because the building went on fire. So a couple of people might know what building it is and where it's for, but as I say, it's a really, really nice building. So we're doing again a couple of these like this and a couple of other bits of windows that we're doing, all measured up ready. Customers now paid the deposit, and once we've worked through the workload inside the factory, we're going to start it. But for now, the lads just got this down just to see what it looked like, because as I say, this was built 4 years ago for that job, and it got put on hold because not this part of the actual building went on fire, another part did, and the customer had to just stop and look after that and try and get that all sorted, which I think it's been done now, which is why they've come back on now and said, can we continue with this side of the order? So this is a good one, this, and as I say, this will be a nice site visit for us to go out and film and show you the actual building and the ground as well. It's a good one. Roasting today, absolutely roasting. Need to take the top off. Warm in the factory as well. So we had some good jobs getting done there in the factory, and there's loads of work coming on for Preferred. As I say, that's why we're trying to get more people in the factory, and which we're doing, you know, at a slower pace than what we really need people quicker in the factory in terms of new starters, but we're taking our time. That's why we're doing the trials with the apprentices, so we can pick the right one, because as I say, we're going to invest, you know, a good couple of years of our time into training that person up, and we've only got one slot, which is unfortunate. I've said a few times now, I'd love to give everyone a chance, just like I wanted that chance back then. It's sad, really, there's not enough opportunity out there for people, and the country's crying out for skilled workers, and there's just not enough opportunities there for people. So I mean, in the future, hoping we can get a second one on. It'd be good to take, you know, most of these lads on here, but we can't. But I'd say we're going to pick one, and the lads have sort of already they've already made the decision who it's going to be. And ultimately, even though myself and Chris and Mike make decisions high level for the company, it's down to the lads who are in the factory, like Mike, Devo, Richard and Craig, who they prefer to be with them and who they think they want to work with, because they're the ones who are going to be doing the training every day. They're going to be working with them every day. So ultimately it's up to them, and I'm confident enough to leave it down to them, especially Richard, for them to make that decision who it's going to be. Because the way I see it is, I'd rather the staff who are there day-to-day working have that choice. Like, we run a property management company that does sales and lettings. Lindsay oversees that for us. When we take on more staff for there, I'd rather Lindsay have the final say, really, who is going to be in the office with her. So it's the same process for this. I want them to, you know, choose who it's going to be. And as I say, the skilled person, there's two people who are in the final talks. Now, we've had them in a couple of times, having a chat with them, and it's gone quite well, to be fair. And again, I'd like to take both of them on, but we want to pick one, and I think the one who we're going to pick will reveal the reasons why we did that in a couple of episodes when we get them started with us. But for now, I'll just keep it under wraps. I don't want to let too much away. But hopefully, you know, we're going in the right direction. Then once we've got the factory filled out with lads to take up the workflow that's coming through and be able to deal with it all coming in, so we can get through it a lot quicker. The office containers getting moved outside when it comes, then we're going to take another person on who will work in there alongside Carly, who looks after everything at the moment, back end side of things. Who are going to work in there with her, who look after the sales, estimating side of things, so there'll be like a sales estimator, coordinator type person role. Again, I put an advert out for that. I had loads of inquiries, spoke to a couple of decent people, but we've had to pause it purely because we want to get more lads inside the workshop first to take over all the work that's coming in, because it doesn't make sense to get someone straight away working, dealing with the sales and pricing side of things when we've already got too much work to go through. So we'll only end up, you know, doing a load of customers' heads in who think they're getting a job within a 4 to 6 week time frame, and actually is longer than that, because our workload at the minute is a lot. So fix the factory first, which we're nearly done, get the lads in there that we need, then focus on the office side of things, getting that pushed up, and then it should just take off even further, the company, and then we can start reinvesting, getting more people again then into the company, bigger, better machines, and see where it goes. We've got big plans with Preferred, and as I say, we're looking to do a couple of things behind the scenes which me and Chris are working on. It's just that people don't see, we don't speak about it because we don't want to let too much of our secrets away, but there's big stuff happening behind the scenes, so we need to keep moving and keep going, and this weather is absolutely roasting. So I'm just heading back out now because I've got to go and deal with a couple of other things not Preferred related. So again, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and see you next week.